Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Big shout out to everyone watching this Jrod Point. Very happy to be here. Having this little setup. We're gonna do the podcast today. This is big shout out to Amy Conway. Thank you so much. Very so much appreciated. Thank you for being here. By the way, Amy Conway, advice to everyone to please make sure to hit like, subscribe, and share the content. My name is Jrod Point. I'll be your host for tonight. This amazing, wonderful Monday morning, December 15, 2025. The year is almost over. Christmas is right there next to the corner. The Christmas spirit is on full effect. By the way, Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday to the whole true crime community. Hopefully everybody gather with the family and have a great time with all you beloveds, as you should. Today we're talking about the Idaho Bryan Kohberger case. Jrod Point podcast. We're gonna take calls today. Amy Conway said, Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Thank you so much. Very so much appreciated for you to be here. Hopefully the fire pit. Hopefully the fire pit is not too loud. Let me know if the background sound is too overwhelming. Let me know if it overwhelms the voice. Big shout out. It hit different. I want to send a big shout out to Kiely. Thank you so much for being here. Moderator and sister subscriber from this channel and the main channel, Jrod Point. Being here for a long time. Very so much appreciated. Thank you for you to be here, spending your time with us. Today we're talking about the Idaho Bryan Kohberger case, but we're gonna do it our way. We're gonna do it our way. Is very, very important for us as a unique, organic, genuine, not just true crime show that you could see, but also a true crime podcast that you could listen to without you looking at me, so you could focus on the words that are coming out of my mouth. Please hit the subscribe. Big shout out to Bob. Sir Equinox is here. Big shout out to Bob. Very so much appreciated. Thank you so much for being here. It's gonna be a good night. Hopefully everybody get to relax with me here, having great conversations about the Idaho Bryan Kohberger case. A case that is already closed. It's being closed for a while. The Idaho Bryan Kohberger case is being closed for a while. Why can't we see all the transcripts, all the records, without any type of under seal, without any type of blackout? It hit different if I'm starting the show like this. By the way, my name is Jrod Point. Very happy to be here with y'all today. It's gonna be very interesting. I know y'all used to look at me. I get it. But also it's another side of our community, of our true crime community. They literally actually pop our podcast. They literally, this is the conversations in the comments. They pop to listen to podcasts while they working, while they cooking, while they mowing the grass. And some people tell me, Jrod, on point, your voice is so soothing that you put me to sleep. And guess what? Some other content creator would take that as an offense. And guess what? I take that as a compliment. If you pop my show, if you are watching Jrod on point for you to go night night, go to night night. Listen, I tuck you in, put the blanket, tuck you in while you listen to Jrod on point True Crime Podcast. It's an honor for me to be here having conversations with ya about a case that, if you ask me, still at this day today, still allow me to repeat myself, still at this day today, the biggest case of the docket after close. Why Jrod? Why Jrod? Why is the bigger case on the docket when it's closed? It's done, finito, caput. I don't understand you. And I'm like, I don't understand you neither. So I guess we both equals at this moment. Because if you can't understand me, I can't understand you, and we equal. I guess ain't nothing to talk about while you listening. If it doesn't make sense, right? I very much appreciate you, even if you hate watching, hate listening. I very so much appreciate you, because at least you're taking your time in the day to listen to the conversation that we have in this podcast. That, in my personal opinion, I believe that is very, very, very essential and very important that we keep having these conversations in the true crime community to keep shining the light and what we believe. And when I say we, is me and our community, the On Point family, the wonderful people in the chat right now. Big shout out to all of y'all right now watching. Thank you so much. Very so much appreciate it. Let me appreciate you for the likes. Let me recognize all our moderators, all our loyal moderators and loyal subscribers that at this day today, I know that here in this small channel, we are not that many. I totally understand that not a lot of people from the big channel has translated over here, and I get it. They'll find me someday. I'm cool with that. We're gonna have this conversation together. Sir Equinox said, "Close but not forgotten." I totally agree with that. As long as still a chance and opportunity for an appeal, all the materials and records, far as the investigation and witnesses, far as the laboratory work that they did or didn't do, still fresh. You know, 3 years. I still cannot believe, like, all these officers from the FBI and ISP and Moscow PD. Big shout outs to you. Keep up the good work. Oh my Lord. But I can't believe that these guys serving the community and laying down the law in the biggest case of the docket seems that they dropped the ball, even though after a guilty plea. Even though after a guilty plea, this case is still looked at a case of an innocent man by the name Bryan Christopher Kohberger that at this day today is in prison under the Idaho State Penitentiary system. That even though this man admitted guilt and signed off on a dotted line, I believe that he believed. In my opinion, I know. In my opinion, I believe that he knows. In the same way the majority that are here listening to this, your podcast, we firmly believe on the innocence of Bryan Kohberger. Kiely said it needs to be reopened. I totally agree with you, Kiely. At this day today, with other errors, just let's talk about that small error. That small error, because that's what they want us to think like. They want us to think like, oh, it was just minor mistake, small error. Ain't nothing to talk about. Nothing to see here. But this laboratory situation, the name Bryan Kohberger pop up somewhere, somehow, in December 12th. It seems that everything that they got against Bryan Kohberger was put together after the man got arrested. Then they had something. But what's important to talk about, the people forget, and I just want to be honest. It should be reopened. If Frank hearing must occur, in my opinion. After all the dockets that everyone could witness at this day today, we could all agree that this case should be looked into in a deeper way. It should be reopened. All the errors, mistakes, the oopsies, they want us to think that all those oopsies, they want us to think about those oopsies as whoop-de-doo. It's just a whoop-de-doo. It's a 6 or 7, I don't know. I mean, if you ask me, everything, it was a dream. But at the same time, a nightmare. So I can't even recognize if that was a dream or a nightmare. And I don't even know if this was real. Did you see the eyebrows? Did you see the eyebrows? No. I mean, I'm trying to tell you. I mean, I seen something. I don't know. I don't know what I saw that night. But did you saw the eyebrows? She don't remember. Fuck it. We're just gonna write it down. We don't need her for that. We just tell her what to say. We all good. Um, You see, it's hard to, it's so hard for us to believe any of the narrative that they want us to believe with all those redactations. Like it's too redacted. Like the only thing that it needed to be redacted out of all is private personal information. Can I get a witness in the chat, please? Can I get a witness? The only thing that they needed to redact was if any minor was involved or any minor name within the paperwork, that minor information, yes, redact that. We don't need to know nothing about that. Personal medical information. Thank you, Amy Conway. Medical information. We don't need to know none of that. Redact that. Personal addresses and phone numbers and personal information that it have nothing to do with the information about this case. Redact that. Why you are going to redact the film, the footage, the sounds? Why you are tampering, scamming? Why you as Moscow PD are tampering and scamming the FOIA request? Why you are tampering? And let me allow me let me allow me to repeat myself. Why you as an entity representative of law enforcement of the state of Idaho, how can you redact evidence in FOIA requests? That's a no-no. Why, Jrod? What that's a no-no? Because then now we don't believe nothing that you've been talking about since day one. We don't. We just don't. Anyone, listen, any content creator that is sits out there and follow the narrative and the information that it was provided by the state and believe any of that shit, you should not have a true crime channel. I believe in freedom of speech, but when you freedom of speech is out here confusing the people and having a whole bunch of rotten potatoes in chats, talking a whole bunch of nothing. Like, are we here to talk about this case as grown adults, or we hear a whole bunch of rotten potatoes from Idaho? First and foremost, before we get to the meats and potatoes of what the reason we are here today, before we get to nice, comfy, and cozy in this wonderful living room with this wonderful fire pit, you know, the stockings, the tree, you know what I'm saying? Before merci beaucoup, mademoiselle, mamma mia, pizzeria between 6 and 7, François, and Italiano, Mortobello Pizzeria, and doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Hold on. Okay, what's going on here with my tree? Oh, commercials. They say they didn't have commercials in this shit. You see how people lie on YouTube? This is live. This is right now. You are watching and listening Jrod on Point podcast. Number 2. This is the numero dos. But you see how people lie to you all the fucking time? Oh no, it's not meat. It's not meat ads, not meat rolls. Listen, man, just play this. Use it how you can, how you want. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get paid for it. I promise you. And by the time you realize, it's like we looking stupid. We straight up looking stupid, super stupid. Oh, I don't know about you. It's super stupid. Oh Lord, man. Listen, shout out to the content creator. I don't know whoever you are. I'm gonna tag him in the description, and that's about it. You lie to me about not having mid rolls on your content. Mentiroso, estúpido. Big shout out to him. Kiely said Moscow PD made a monkey out of the justice system. Agree. You see, Kathleen, it's a total misinterpretation. You know what though? I hold on before I get to that. Hold on. Let me hold on. All the horses. Hold the horses. Wait, Jose. See the type of shit you make me do. I'm over here pissed off. I'm pissed off. I'm like, man, it didn't work. Fuck it. I'm gonna take this shit out of here. He said, me, no, me. Listen, I ruined my whole flow. My mojo is gone. They did not just like made a mockery of this case, but the people they suppose, the people they suppose to interpret, analyze, and follow the rule of law is the same people that is misrepresenting, misanalyzing, and misenforcing the law. I mean, can we say absolutely they not allow my opinion because they be destroyed. You see, the thing is when they have overseers, when they have the people that tells them what to do and they follow like cattle, you know, it's like I'm gonna give you a little scenario. I'm gonna give you a little scenario, right? Let me go here. Let me go here. Just chill here, like back in the days. Let's chill like back in the days. Let me give you uh let me give you a movie a possible demo for a movie script, and due to that I'm going to tell you here in a international worldwide platform like YouTube, it becomes my intellectual property because I'm the one explaining a possible script for Idaho full movie. Let's get there. Okay. Let's say, for example, here we have, after a massacre of students from the University of Idaho, that possibly, even in the investigation at this day today, they still have Jack Decor as suspect number one. Bryan Kohberger is suspect number two. Let that sink in. Jra, how you know when it's redacted? Because I fucking know. And I cannot get sued for that because it's there on redacted shit and you see it. So Jra on point is not lying to you because they want me to get there. Do you understand me? They they want me to get there. Because you want to hide shit, right? And due to the legacy media, big content creators and the people that we supposed to trust in the true crime community is the same people that is beating around the bush. And again, I repeat, I don't know if they are stretching the content because they know that is money to make. I do not know if they are stretching the content because they know it's money to make. But in my opinion, the content creators that we trust in this true crime community, they are not talking to you like you are real humans. They are talking to you like you are a child. Bob said she didn't mention the eyebrows in the first interview. No, she did not. Like everything that she said on those interviews, like the verbatim that they used for the PCA was garbage and a lie. It couldn't even be their own personal opinion as officers because it didn't never came out of her mouth. Big shout out to Bob. Thank you for being here. Sir Equinox. Sir Equinox. Big shout out. It hit different. Make sure you hit the like button. Enter the chat. Subscribe. Enter the chat. Get to the conversation with the best chat in the whole true crime community here in the On Point family with the On Point Rick and Jra on point. Yeah, I said that. The best community in YouTube true crime. We are a small community, but we are the most potent and organic community in the whole YouTube true crime. In my personal opinion, big shout out to all the people that is watching and listening to your host of the most, the thing to the tango, the yin to the Django, Jra on point, Mademoiselle Levy. Mademoiselle Levy. Okay? Don't fuck with me. You have better chance of jumping off a roof than fuck with me, man. Leave me alone. Go eat a rotten potato from Idaho. Leave me alone. I'm not here for you. And her channel going to again. Stupid. I tell you, leave me alone. Don't fuck with me. Ah. I also give her a bailout. Listen, the only thing that you have to do is just apologizing for calling my daughter what you call her, bitch. My 10-year-old daughter. Listen, you apologize for that. You make your video. You apologize about it. That we could understand in the tone of your voice and your face expressions that you're actually sorry for calling a minor what you call her just for some stupid ass YouTube beef. Listen, I don't care about anything else. I don't care about what you say about me. I like my wife don't care what you say about her. No one gives a fuck about the last shit that you said that even incriminate your best friend Holly Martin on some federal criminal shit, trying to say that she sent me some shit through the mail and all these other shit. She's so much of your friend, and you trying to incriminate her on some federal shit that is not even true. I guess that's why you deleted the live stream, deleted your channel. You fucking gone again. Fucking stupid. What the fuck you doing to yourself? Huh? You think I don't have it recorded? I'm stupid. Son of a bitch. Did you really think that I had none of that shit recorded? Like, as soon as that she posted that shit, it was recorded right there. And she's a witness of a federal crime that it has to do with the federal postal office involucrating Holly Martin and Jrod Point. It's a federal case. It's going federal. It's going federal. Stupid motherfucker. Ah, I bet you Holly Martin called her like, "You stupid bitch, what the fuck you talking about? And you fucking lying." Ah, listen, this true crime comedy, I'm telling you, this true crime is comedy. Okay. The by the way, Kevlin, the in my opinion, I'm gonna leave that there. In my opinion, Bethany and Dylan were subjects, but they were never suspects. Dylan and Bethany were subjects, but they were never declared suspects. They recognize them as equal party victims, and they didn't want to use him as witnesses. Oh, we cannot call him a witness. We cannot call him a suspect. Like, we don't know what we're gonna do yet. Know what I mean? But yes, in my opinion, the the roommates shouldn't be part equal suspects from the top. Everything. Listen, open the books. I don't care if you say you were slipping. You have to some way somehow confirm to me. I don't know. You might as well call Jesus. But some way somehow, if in the whole modern day technology with your cell phone, especially if you have an Apple product, even if you have a Droid product, it counts you steps. If you have it all set up, it can. If you have it all set up and it's an Apple product, it knows when you are slipping for a fact. How at this day today we have on paperwork investigative paperwork. We have a Jack Decour at this day today on paper as suspect number one, and no one is talking about that. How in the heck we have a suspect number one, and right underneath you have the name Bryan Kohberger as suspect number two? What happened with that suspect number one? Because if you ask me, you did not have investigative materials that came out of a proper ethic ethic with principles, educated investigation, that after all DNA analysis and all cellular data and all this other shit that it could pinpoint people, even satellites and shit. If all the modern day data tells you the opposite of everything that he's telling you and everything his friends or family are telling you, which in court in Idaho don't count. You cannot have an alibi. You cannot use a friend in Idaho. For those that don't know, let me educate you. For those that don't know, in Idaho, you cannot use a family member, a friend, a fraternity member, because you own loyalty and secrecy to each other. You cannot use what Jack the Court used legally in the investigation of the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case. Jack the Court was clear because they base his friend, his fraternity friend, as a witness. of alibi. Okay, his friend, we have a witness. All right, forget it. We don't need to investigate Jack the Core. Why? Cause well, he said he was sleeping, even though he cannot explain what he talked with Kiely before she died. Cause the last person that seen and talked to Kiely, the last person, in my opinion, that talked and see Kiely before she died was Jack the Core. Especially having Murphy at the house. Oh, you want to say the other theory? Oh, what? Jack Decor was at the house, but he didn't kill her? Oh, hold on. The Jack Decor was at the house, but he didn't kill none of them because he only wanted to make sure that the dog don't get killed. Do you want to talk about it, or you just want to talk true crime as a kindergartner? Yeah, you want to talk true crime as your kid, your child. Like, well, yeah, we are grown adults here in YouTube True Crime. We should be able to talk about what we talk about and not hurt nor offend no one in the YouTube true crime niche. Because we're talking about murderers, about victims, criminal cases, horrendous shit. But y'all want a baby and hold the people by the hand and treat people like people stupid. Like people need to be babysit by you. I get goosebumps when I talk my shit. It's not fair for the victims, for people to talk about this case in a way it's being talked about around the channels in YouTube True Crime. Big shout out to all those content creators. Big shout out for all the stuff that they doing. Big shout out for all their content that they putting out, and big shout out also, and first and foremost, for all the content that you are not putting out. Because you're not doing your job, and YouTube True Crime allows me to be Jrod on point. Because y'all afraid to talk about the shit that I talk about. Why? Why, if I talk about it, why, if YouTube don't have no problem with me talking my opinion, what I feel, what I think on the basis of my own personal investigation? Jrod on point, you nosy as fuck. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm nosy as fuck. You don't want to have me as your neighbor. Telling you right now, you don't want to have me as your neighbor. I'm nosy as fuck. I'm nosy as fuck. It's so much evidence right now. It's so much evidence right now that exonerate Bryan Kohberger. Evidence that at this day today exonerate Bryan Kohberger. The same evidence that Ann Taylor try to suppress is the same evidence that exonerate Bryan Kohberger. Because the basis to suppress that information is because in the way they got to that information, first and foremost, it was illegal. Second of all, it was a lie. And third of all, the intent of fabricating that same lie. That's three different felony charges, indictable felony charges. And Ann Taylor tried to suppress evidence that it was not supposed to be there. And Taylor tried to have a frank hearing. The details, the details were plenty. They're going big shout out to the going covers. They think that they are the only ones that got leakers in the court. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I guess they cannot investigate their own because they'll see their own shit and they see the people that is involved. It's okay. It's okay. It's not that important, right? But the details for the motion to request a frank hearing were plenty. The information were plenty. The information to request a frank hearing, even Cyree jump in. Like, dude, if we go into trial, I'm going all the way up with this shit because y'all making me look weird. Y'all try to play with my name when I'm the one that built this program. I'm teaching you and showing you what to do. I'm telling you, bottom line, I'm putting my name and honor on this indictable information that you should look into. Judge Hippler said no and called him a conspiracy theorist under the premises trusting and believing the state, not even acting as a judge. He was acting as a fan of the cult, as a fan of the powers to be, which which you could see, and witness how different was the difference of Judge Hippler, Judge, and Megan Marshall. You could tell the difference of all three judges, and you could see the one thing that they are all particular to. All three judges follow the state. What I mean with that, that whatever the prosecution and cops want to do, that's what it gets done. Because at the end of the day, they are the ones that are going to get blamed for. Judge don't care. Judge don't care. They what? You need a warrant? Oh yeah, let me give you what you need for that warrant. No, I don't need none of that. Auto pen that shit and here's your warrant. Go. I see you whenever you come back. Oh shit. That was easy. Why in this case we having a whole bunch of detective regular officers from Moscow PD, regular non-detective officers from Moscow PD doing anything in this case? Can anyone answer that to me? And don't come with that shit. Oh, we don't have enough human resources. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Because y'all all get a big check. And I know a lot of people want that big check. It don't matter who they are. They want the big check. So don't come saying that no, we don't have enough people. How in the heck you have regular police officers, non-detectives, officers doing anything, reporting anything that he has to do far as the investigation. Because you were supposed to have all you detective, all names on all those documents and paperwork, all needed to be detective from Moscow PD. Why we having regular officers, regular traffic officers becoming detective out of nowhere? I just want people to sit here and soak in what I'm saying, cause how you are going to have a Brett Payne that he was a regular corporal traffic stopper investigating the biggest case in the docket. How he became the detective when Captain Barrett was the face for the university, for the parents, for the students, for for everybody. He was in documents, he was in press releases. Captain Barrett was allegedly the lead investigator for the families. Like the families trusted and believed Moscow PD when they told her, like, yo, we have the best detective in this case. And this is how they keep the families away from being nosy, away to so they feel comfort enough, because it's in the hands of someone that they know, Captain Barrett. Everyone in the community knows them. But then you haven't all these other officers, non-detectives, not just taking the lead in this case. They have never investigated. This is why Ann Taylor wanted their records. Like, okay, how you became a detective? Fuck out of here. Like everything what I have here in front of me, this is not an investigation from a lead investigator. This was a alleged investigation from multiple people. They put the information together and they made you sign off on that. That's it. All these other officers put the information together for you to sign on it. That's it. Because it doesn't seem that Brett Payne did a motherfucking thing in this case. He was nothing but a name and a face. Because he don't remember. He can't recall. On his first biggest case, he don't remember nothing. Listen, I would be remembering everything, what I was eating that day, what I was eating for the past year, what I was investigating. If I tell you that I was every single day eating McDonald's or Wendy's or just eating fast food because I'm in my car talking to people driving around and stuff like that, investigating, doing homework, not just eating donuts like at the headquarters, eating free leftover pizza from your local pizzeria. That's basically what Moscow PD was doing while when they said that they were investigating. They have a whole bunch of doofuses inside of a room from multiple agencies eating free pizza that it came from donations from the local pizzeria, and free food and free yo, here, all for Moscow PD and their investigation, huh? Donation from the governor and all this other shit, right? And you're gonna tell me you didn't have enough money to do a proper investigation? This is why the whole reason the governor give you $1 million, not just to Moscow PD, but to the University of Idaho, and they probably got even more in donations and people feeling sorry for them. signing on checks they never thought that they would expedite just because they feel sorry for a lie, while they all sitting on Moscow PD headquarters, in the same room, not needing to have phones, not needing to have emails, not needing to like listen. Okay, so if this is what we talk about, if this is what we talk about in this meeting, make sure that you send me an email. Oh, Jrod, how you know how cops work? Doofus. If you don't know that I know, obviously you don't know Jrod on point. But yes, I do have family in multiple sectors of law enforcement, United States of America and Puerto Rico. So when I talk about this type shit, it's because I know how police officers all over, like, is by default in a way a police officer should think it by default, especially when it's a major investigation that it needs clarity. Because the government, law enforcement want to act like they don't own nothing to us. They don't own us transparency. That's how law enforcement is moving these days. They acting like they don't have to tell us nothing. Everything is in secret because it's this major investigation that we cannot give you the details, and we cannot give you our little trickeries and about this and that and IGG and all this other shit. It's not fair to no one when we are listening to a case that at the end of the day, after all or whatever documents has come out, it seems like everything they taught you about this case since day one, it was a lie. And I totally agree with Kay Flynn. It was an absolute lie. But again, I wanna give the benefit of the doubt. I still wanna give the benefit of the doubt to Ann Taylor. Who in chat still give Ann Taylor a benefit of the doubt, and listen, I wanna know the truth. I wanna know how you feel. Actually, I'm gonna make a poll. Hold on. Do you trust Ann Taylor? Do you trust Ann Taylor? That's the question. Do you trust Ann Taylor? In my opinion, I still want to give her the benefit of the doubt. I still want to give Ann Taylor the benefit of the doubt. Why, J. Rock? Because I seen her trying. Like, we could all say, and we could all agree that she should have a little bit more fire to deal with the judges. And when I mean with the judges, including Judge, even though in my opinion she could be a little bit more aggressive, and she could have put up a bigger fight, in my opinion. I believe that she said the right things for what she had, for what she was able to say. And I wanna show you a little bit. I want you to listen to. I want you to listen to a little bit because I don't wanna keep you for too long here. I think that I said already what I needed to say, at least for tonight. But I wanna play for you just the beginning, just the beginning of the April. I think it was April 9 hearing. If I'm not mistaken, it was April 9. Correct me in the chat room if I'm wrong. Yeah, yeah. April 9. It was if I'm not mistaken, that was like the suppression hearing. She was trying to suppress few items and whatnot. I want you to listen a little bit of that conversation. So we close this wonderful podcast for today. I think we already around to hit the hour. I think an hour is healthy to conversate. You know, let's listen to Ada County, Judge Hippler, Bill Thompson, Ashley Jennings. Let's listen to the Idaho conglomerate and how they handle. Um, I would like to say I want to give you at least a good half hour of conversation and takes of it. Let's see how far we could go. Big shout out to everyone watching. The link is on top. We have 5 boats, and those 5 boats that we have, they all trust. They still trust and Taylor. Big shout out to everyone that voted. Thank you so much, very so much. Appreciate it. Let's listen to let's listen to Ada County. Big shout out to everyone watching. It's Jrod on point.
And Ms. Barlow. Ms. Barlow, Mr. Horowitz, welcome to the fray. I think I saw you back there. And Mr. Nye is here as well. I apologize for missing you there, Mr. Nye. All right. Today we have a number of motions to get through. What we don't get through today, we will take up tomorrow. You should have received by email a listing of score sheet of the motions and a rough order that will take those up in, separated into groups. Within the groups, we may not stick exactly to order, and we may take up several within a group if they're related at the same time. And so with that, let's take up defendants' motions in limine regarding inflammatory evidence, use of the term murder, and use of the term psychopath or sociopath.
For those that are watching are new to the case, like Bryan Kohberger was being treated by legacy media and all these podcasters, and he was being treated very unfairly because everybody was following the state narrative. Everybody was following favors. Everybody wanted to be part of the cool kids. So people was talking very, very crazy and very nasty. And the majority of the things the legacy media and some true crime creators spread out here after the documents started coming out, a lot of people found out that, that the state was lying and that those content creators were lying too. Let's continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm guessing from the court's comments, the court wants me to address all three of those. I'll do that then. Your Honor, the motions are brought to the court based on Mr. Kohberger's constitutional rights and the rules of evidence and relevant case law. With regard to the inflammatory evidence, that is requesting that the court issue an order preventing the state from trying its case with an emotional appeal or an excessive use of emotional phrasing or an excessive use of repetitive photographs. Certainly,
Also, I wanna remind everyone that the state, Bill Thompson, right on sentencing, right on sentencing, he said that he's glad that Bryan Kohberger signed off on this deal because he didn't have no proof that he did this shit. Let's continue.
we understand that there will be photographs that we may not like that come in, testimony that we may not like that will come in. But what we're talking about is an excessive use of emotional appeal. That the examples that we've seen in relevant case law come from State versus Ellington. In that case, the prosecutor repeatedly used a phrase that was inflammatory about the defendant having run over the wife of a witness who was testifying. And that was found to be inflammatory because of the excessive use of that phrase.
Because what happened is when you use certain phrases, when you use certain names, when you call a allege a defendant, when you call a defendant a murderer and he's not sentenced yet, like he's not even being found guilty yet, you know what I mean? um Innocent into proven guilty. So when you use a tone, when you use, even when you talk to the media, when you are spreading information in a criminal case, it's very important. You got to be very careful. You as the state, you need to be careful the things that you say out of your mouth, because again, you could push the balance in favor of the state, just certain some keywords and putting the framing the conversation in a whole different story outside of the truth. And these people that are very good liars, and these people that are very bad liars. So 9 times out of 10, the people that are very, very good liars, or they think they are very good liars, like in this case, in my opinion, Bill Thompson, Ashley Jennings in the state of Idaho, um, which they are the representative of the state of Idaho. Okay. So they believe that they were so smart that they wouldn't got caught. They thought that some way, somehow, they would find a way to hide the truth. There's some way, somehow, even after this case is closed, they still trying to hide the truth. They scamming content creators out of their money, because it seems there is no regulation for the FOIA request, which in my opinion, a FOIA request should be for free, because you already getting paid a hefty amount of money by the state to do your fucking job. So in my opinion, charging for 4 years, you know, so what if you had to stay at work for 2 extra hours? That's overtime, you dickhead. The majority of the FOIA requests that it has come out of Moscow PD, if they get taken to court, for them to justify what they doing, they'll get a multi-million-dollar lawsuit, especially if it's a lot of content creators from YouTube pushing together at the same time. But even though multiple YouTube true crime content creators look like they are together, they look like they homies, they look like they buddies, none of these son of a bitch is gonna stick together to actually sue the Moscow PD. They rather to spend shitload of money, your money, because I promise you, none of these people is spending their own money, pocket money. All the money that they spending is whatever money of donations or whatever money they get out of their channel, but they are not coming out of their own pocket. Like money that it was like safe there for retirement, they're not using that. Money that it was there for their kids' college, they're not using that. The money that they have put to the side, if the car breaks, they're not using that. They not coming out of their pocket to get none of these FOIA requests. It's the same money that you gave them. They not spending nothing out of that. And if they are some fucking dumbasses. Because I don't want to believe that these so-called smart YouTube true crime content creators are gonna pay for shit that they know is a motherfucking scam and they're not gonna sue. And they're gonna take the loss. And hopefully think expected try to get the money out of the content and donations and shit within the future. Hopefully you go positive. Which in my opinion, I don't see none of these YouTube true crime content creators suing no Moscow PD. And that's just my personal opinion. You're not gonna see no content creators suing Moscow PD at all. Cause soon as they sign that on a dotted line that they are going to sue, you know how much bad publicity is gonna come their way. It's gonna be a storm of bad publicity. All the intentions that they suing and this and that. They want to know what really happened, but why? Well, da 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 da. You know, it's people that act like we're not even in the United States of America. And it's sad to say, see people that call themselves Americans not acting like Americans with zero Americanism in their blood. And that's crazy to me. Let's continue.
Additionally, in that case, there was an appeal to juror emotion when the state sought testimony from a witness about why he might have left his job. Those are examples of what we're talking about. Um, the court has to do the rules of evidence balancing test. And to do that after the state has elicited inflammatory testimony is difficult to undo and puts Mr. Kohberger in a position where the jury's already been inflamed. And so we're seeking to prevent that. Your Honor, I will move then to our motion regarding the murder term. This motion is also based in Mr. Kohberger's constitutional rights to due process and to a fair trial.
You know what though? Hold on.
From December 1st.
Hold on. I think now watching this hearing, I'm over here sitting and just listening to everything Aunt Taylor is saying, word by word. And I think I had a moment of clarity. And I think I'm gonna close the live stream of this wonderful podcast, your podcast. I think I just had a moment of clarity. And I'm gonna give you my honest opinion of why Bryan Kohberger plead guilty to trying to find a way out through the back door. And in my opinion, is because they realize not just the toxic commentary that it was put out there already in the ether for humans to listen to, not just locals, future jurors, but the public opinion around the world and the rest of United States of America. They would influence future jurors. Listen, if your family member believe that Bryan Kohberger is guilty because whatever information they hear through legacy news media outlets, and they know you that you one of the jurors, you don't want your family member to be mad at you, don't you? Especially if he's beloved grandma. You don't want a pissed off grandma, right? The case is so big, they seen the damage that it was done in the public opinion. The language that it was used in this case, it was so bad. In a way, this case was shared to the world was so bad. I believe when Ann Taylor seen the results of the survey, in my opinion, when Ann Taylor saw the survey and she realized that Ada County was not that far from Moscow, Idaho. You feel me? Like for Ada County to be so far from Moscow, the people from Ada County and local communities and county, they were all thinking the same things the Moscow. The percentage were not far away from each other. I think that my moment of clarity came very clear. And Ann Taylor recognized that they wouldn't be able to win this even if it looks crazy in trial. Because soon as the judge did not give Ann Taylor the frank hearing, she realized that everything the state puts in against Kohberger would be used against him in the court of law, even though if it's a lie. The judges will believe that shit. It don't matter if everything was a lie. When Ann Taylor realized that Judge Hippler not gonna give me a frank hearing to snitch on all you officers. No, no. Forget me snitching on all you officers. No. Your own officers are gonna snitch on themselves with how I'm gonna break it down. With the questions that I'm gonna make them. And if they don't answer those questions, their silence, their plea the fifth, or I don't remember, is gonna be self-explanatory. But you know what happened? Judge Hippler did not grant the frank hearing. I believe at that moment, and Taylor recognized it don't matter with all the narrative that is being put out already, with all the damage that is being done already, that it cannot be fixed. At least not right now. Soon as Judge Hippler did not grant the frank hearing to get all these officers locked up and indicted, and the state, Bill Thompson and them, probably Megan Marshall and them, Judge and them, Probably Judge Hitler would have to indict himself. If you ask me and my humble opinion, that would have never happened. Judge Hitler would have never opened the Pandora box against the state. Hitler was chosen by the Superior Court. Do you think Bryan Kohberger had any chance? You tell me, comment down below. Big shout out to everyone watching. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciated. I'm the yin to the Django, team to the tango, host of the most, your favorite brother, your mother's favorite son, the black sheep, Jrod Point. Big shout out to Amy Conway, everybody that was listening to today. Thank you so much. In my opinion, as soon as Ann Taylor realized that even Judge Hitler, Meghan Marshall were in it, I think she told Bryan Kohberger, listen, sign off on it, and we try to get you through the back door. Big shout out to everyone that he was watching. Big shout out to Kiely and big shout out to Amy Conway. Very so much appreciated. Thank you so much for being here. Listen, believe in yourself because I believe in you. If I did it, you could do it too. I ain't nothing special. I believe you're going to take the best decisions in your life for yourself and for everyone around you. Love yourself and take care of yourself so you'll be able to love and take care of others. Please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below. Big shout out to the moderators. Big shout out to the new subscribers. Big shout out to everyone who's going to watch and listen and replay. Have a wonderful night. And I'm going to leave you with your favorite song, my favorite song. You so sexy. Have a good night, ladies. Love ya.
Come over here and let me know your name, boy. Your sexy smile got me checking for your seal. You caught my eyes and I'm seeing if you sing.